What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So right now, there's a lot of, I would say, whispers regarding some pre-orders or items that are probably going to be going on sale that are related to Gotham Knights. And this brings some questions to mind for me that I wanted to basically put in front of most of, the members in this community. And that is how you approach video games that you like or you've been anticipating. And I'll go ahead and share my own philosophy, and I would love to hear yours after the video or in the comment section. You can even go ahead and type it once you hear the question. So whenever you are interested in a video game, what do? Do you pre-order? Do you pre-order the best or most expensive edition, like collector's edition? Or do you kind of wait a little bit to see what the game is about? Even though you're interested, you just kind of hold back a bit to see what reviews are like, to see maybe some gameplay sequences, or just to see or hear a few more reviewers talk about the game before you go ahead and buy it? Or do you at any cost wait for a sale? It doesn't matter what it is. Even if the game and hype is about to cause you to lose your mind, you still wait for a sale anyways. Now, answer that question in the comment section while I go ahead and share my thoughts. Now, if you're driving and listening, please don't type, okay? Focus on driving. Maybe you can answer that question later when you're in a position to, do so. So just enjoy the commentary, please. And so my own opinion and my own approach is actually quite strange to me anyways. And I think it's also strange to some people that I've told. And that's the fact that whenever a game comes out, I'll pick the base edition and buy it on one platform. And I say one platform because if I like the game, I would more than likely get it on multiple platforms. In fact, if I told you how many copies of Batman Arkham Knight I have, you'll probably say I'm crazy. Okay, well, some of them were free, but I've also purchased most of these. I have Arkham Knight on PC, PlayStation, and I have it on the Xbox One or Series, whatever it is. And I actually went out of my way to purchase an Xbox version that I've only played for like an hour. But on PC, that's where I have most of my progression. But because I'm a huge fan of the game, then I definitely enjoy it. Now, keep in mind that on PC, I not only have it on Steam, I also have it on the Epic Games Store because I think it was given away for free at the 80th anniversary. So I took advantage of that. And I almost went ahead and purchased it on the Good Old Games Store because they have the DRM free version, but I just kind of never followed through. It kind of left my mind, and I was like, man, this is getting crazy. How many copies of this game do you want to collect? So that's usually how the progression goes with me. In the case of Elden Ring, which is a game that I've been playing recently because I've enjoyed the game, I went ahead and got two different versions of the game. I got the game on the PlayStation, on PC, which I play more on PC in many cases. For some reason, it's just a lot more convenient right now anyways. But I really do enjoy console playing from time to time. But I got a PlayStation version, and that's also been really cool. That's also been really interesting to be able to engage with, dealing with the game itself and dealing with all of the other aspects to it, multiplayer, co-op, and maybe having friends on different platforms that are playing those games alongside me. And so I think I'm going to take this approach with Gotham Knights. I think I'm going to go ahead and say, when the game releases, this is how I would like to approach things. This is what I would love to, start with the game. I'll maybe pick one platform and start playing the game. Now, because the game is co-op, this is where, it really is quite interesting because I would love to be able to jump in and play with people on different platforms. So I think I eventually see myself getting it on multiple platforms. Hopefully, we get the game soon. God willing, nothing crazy happens. Now, it brings us to the point where we have to ask ourselves and say, for things like the collector's edition, for things like, maybe if they have a deluxe edition, what would be the attraction for someone like me to make a purchase of a collector's edition of, this game, which I've never made a purchase of any collector's edition day one in, since I've been, purchasing video games. Maybe I've gotten a deluxe or a gold edition of something from time to time, but I have not gone to spend the maximum on a particular platform because I suspect that I'll usually spend the same amount anyways because I'll just be, getting the game on different platforms, maybe waiting for a sale. I think some artifacts might be somewhat attractive if maybe they come with like, a booklet or some physical, items. That might be something that is, in a sense, appealing to maybe, I don't know, convince me to get a copy of the game in that sense. But honestly, I'm not doing anything with the physical artifacts. Maybe I'll give it to my kids, if they have something where, Red Hood, that would be really nice to have a physical, live action character, an action character of him. It'll be nice. Kids are going to love it. Me, I just want to play the game. I just want to engage with the mechanics and all those things. Those things are going to really stand out. And so I'm not necessarily in a position where I'm actually looking for it or gunning for them. I'm certain, nonetheless, that there are people in the community that are definitely looking forward to things like that, definitely wanting to get, a lot of the different, media in their hands. And maybe a booklet or a book or a short comic that kind of like, engages the story in a different way where you can kind of read. That's something that's really cool. And I'm hoping that they will do things like that because, honestly, if they do, it might be, the first collector's edition of a video game that I, get to purchase. And that'd be really cool to me. Because, even though I go back and look at the Arkham days, I never got a collector's edition of any of those because I was already a fan, of those games even before I had a console to my own name, which is crazy. The first time I played Arkham City was in a friend's house. He wasn't even home. He's a good friend of mine. So he, basically left his apartment accessible to me, and I walked in and his PlayStation was sitting right there. I fired up Batman Arkham City and I was like, there is no way a Batman game is playing like this. And that was it. And I went back and I tried to play Asylum and I was like, well, this seems a little older. I just want to beat this city anyways. And I just went on from there. And that's been the story in terms of the video games. I mean, I've always been a Batman fan, but the video games, that's how I kind of got into, this entire space. So like I said, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. So talk to me and hopefully we'll talk soon. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. Thank you very much for listening to the video and for all your support, and we'll talk very soon. Peace out.